video today, just more news. So the teardrop is sold. A wonderful lady just fell in love with it, and I understand why. It was remarkable how many people were interested in it, but anyway, if she's watching this, I hope that the teardrop brings you as much joy and adventure as it has to me. I hope we connect in the future at some point. The new teardrop, which I'm hoping to debut on the channel next week, is getting some modifications done to it. Had a meeting with the folks, and I'm confident that they know what they're doing, and it's gonna look great. I was concerned that I was gonna have to do it myself, which would have been fine, but it would have been challenging. Another bit of news is that headed to Portugal in 2 weeks, and I've decided I'm going to take the camera gear with me and show you a little bit of where I'm from and the splendid beauty that Portugal's southern coast is known for. The Algarve region, the Costa do Sul, coast of the sun. In case I forget to mention, I'm not sure if I already mentioned it or not, how excited I am about 2023 and the adventure ahead. I'll be sharing the route where we're headed, as well as our new rig, hopefully next week. I think next week. And then we'll head to Portugal, spend a couple weeks there, and come back, pack, and head out. And the should be around middle of January of 2023. We'll head out. So excited about that. What a year ahead. This is probably the most simple recipe you'll ever see on this channel. They're all simple, but this one, take a look at the ingredients right there. That's about it. And I did forget to bring this out. Simple coleslaw mix. Just gonna add some salt into a olive oil here. You know, what's nice about an Instapot is that it allows you to sear the meat beforehand. So that's nice. So just take your chuck roast and put it right on in there. A little bit more salt on top. And that is it. 5 minutes and we'll turn it over. The more sear, the more flavor. And so it's been about 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and turn it over and see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. That is nice. We can add the onions at this point. It's just one onion. Just add it around the sides. You're not really going to move the meat around anymore. So you can go ahead and just add these onions around the side. About 10 minutes. You know, just so they don't stick a little bit, and you know, just brown, just make them translucent a little bit. Again, these onions, by the time this meat is done, this beautiful chuck roast is done, the onions are pretty much going to be evaporated. They're just going to be, you're not even going to notice them. Just don't move that meat. Leave the meat exactly where it is, so it sticks. You literally want it to almost stick to the bottom, creating that sear. And now you can start adding the tomatoes back in as well. Just leave them alone for now. Just throw them in there. Just kind of leave them alone. Let those onions brown up on that last remaining side. Don't touch the meat. And salt on the tomatoes. "10 minutes. In about 5 minutes, now you can start mixing in the tomatoes with the onion and let the tomatoes get some surface area down there. Again, don't touch the meat. Oh, it smells good. Go ahead and start introducing a little bit of spices now as well. Just a little bit of garlic powder, crushed red pepper. On this channel, when you see tomatoes, you're most likely going to see oregano. A tomato just isn't complete without some oregano on it, in my opinion. 5 more minutes. All right, this is done. Just to give you an idea, the entire process right here, before we turn it down and switch to low cook mode, took about 45 minutes. Now we add in the juice of the tomatoes and the water. Give it a stir. Look at that bottom right there. And now we're ready for a little chili powder. Not too much. We don't want this to be too spicy. We're gonna go 10 hours on low. All right, let's get the coleslaw going, because that's gonna sit all day and in the refrigerator and work its magic as well. So it's so simple, guys. All we're gonna do is just take this coleslaw mixture, again from it's a 365 brand, Whole Foods, but you can get it anywhere. Some Sir Kensington mayo. I love this stuff. It's just so mild and creamy. But yeah, that should do it right there. We'll see how that looks. A little bit of sesame seed oil, toasted sesame seed oil. Not too much. This stuff goes a long way. That's all we need right there. And some very good olive oil, of course. Product of Portugal, of course. So guys, in my kitchen, you know, do what you guys want to do, but in my kitchen I have 2 olive oils. I have one that I put on salads that I want to taste on my tongue, and that's of course the good brand, the more expensive brand. And then I have just a lesser grade olive oil for marinades and you know, cooking. But yeah, this definitely requires some good olive oil. Not too much, just a little bit like that. That's all you need. And then a little bit of smoked Spanish paprika. Not too much as well. And we're just gonna stir this. Excuse me, hold on a second. A little bit of salt, of course. Almost forgot the salt. I mean, does it get any easier than this? Mix this up really well. Let that mayo get in there. white wine vinegar because it's mild. It's just very mild. The reason I add in the vinegar is that it's going to push the natural sugars of the coleslaw out, and just a little bit, just like that. That's it. You're just going to cover that up and put it in the refrigerator until the meat's done. It's been about 8 hours. It's ready to go. So what I like to do to my buns is just very simple. Just take a little bit of olive oil and just brush it on the bun, a little bit here. All right, let's assemble this. So here's that coleslaw that's been sitting there looking great. It's perfect. Just gonna take the meat. It's just butter. Gosh. I put a little bit of the onion and tomato from the mixture. That's gonna go right on the bread. Brioche bun is what I recommend. Light, very light. And take a little bit of this coleslaw right on top. Man, I cannot wait to get into this. Let's see how this tastes, shall we? I tell you what, that sesame seed, that toasted sesame seed on the coleslaw, man, this is absolutely delicious. My goodness, that's so good. Another awesome lunch in the Calm Winds kitchen in Arlington, Virginia.